Several weeks have passed since a series of local crimes focused on the unthinkable.
The community was helpless and heartbroken when two little boys were murdered. Sarah Carlson joins us now with more on what can be done to help parents get themselves and their kids away from abusive partners. Sarah.
This is crucial stuff. The trouble is, though, the community has fewer dollars and resources to prevent this kind of violence. But I did learn there are things we can all do to make a difference. On a quiet summer night, 35-year-old Nikki Hoffmaster and her kids enjoy easy conversation and tacos for dinner.
A similar taco shop? Yes.
But it wasn't always like this.
I didn't know exactly that I was in as destructive as a situation as I was.
The mom of three, like so many watching this summer fly by, remembers when she worried about making it through the night.
We didn't have much money. We weren't, really mentally connecting at home anyway, so there was a lot of distance, there was a lot of neglect on every angle.
10 years ago, Nikki was the victim of abuse, but she didn't know it.
I didn't realize that I was in an abusive situation because I wasn't in traction at the hospital with, a broken jaw or something like that, you see abuse on TV and you think, oh, I'm not going through any of that.
One day when her then husband was really angry,
there ended up getting broken glass, and I was being retained against a counter, and the kids were walking around barefoot near the glass. And I realized that I couldn't do anything to stop them from getting hurt.
Nikki was terrified, but lucky. With her boys, 2 and 4 at the time, she got out.
Rainbow was pretty much my lifeline at that point.
Cheryl Cato is the director of the local Rainbow Project. She says many people are surprised to learn that trauma can be defined as a child who observes domestic abuse.
Children who are exposed to domestic violence can be just as affected as children who are directly abused.
They work with kids before, during, and after abuse to help them heal and move on.
When you have younger kids, their ability to attach and entrust in the future is really impaired.
But the experts in this complicated field want all of us to know we can step up, volunteer to spend some time with a kid, or get to know one in your own child's classroom.
There is so much research in resiliency that shows that kids who are mentored, who have folks outside their own families, really are able to go so far.
Cheryl also worries too many people assume domestic violence and child abuse only happen to certain populations.
It's really important to have those blinders off, because then that helps us be more alert and aware of it can happen to anyone, and we need to support them all.
And Nikki, who has since had a third child and whose oldest son is currently a camp counselor, hopes the community can rally around parents like her.
If you see a parent in a store that's really struggling, let them know, hey, I've done that before, you're doing a good job, anything that you can do that makes them feel like they're adequate.
Nikki says fear kept her in that situation for years, but she's grateful for all the resources she found to get her out.
Thankfully, Madison is the place where there is everything that will hold your hand through any of it and get you out of it. You just got to ask.
And Nikki does tell me that something as simple as carrying that phone number to an organization like Rainbow Project, and there are others, for that mom that you always see at the grocery store and would like to help. One of these days, Nikki says, please ask that woman if she needs anything and hand the number to her. Nikki says she is grateful someone stepped up for her so many years ago, and she's living such a wonderful, happy, healthy life with those kiddos.
Well, and it's very brave for her to share her story and pay it forward for other families.
Yeah,
so we thank her for that. Yeah, nice story. Thank you, Sarah.